D-Mac and Squad.
Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. Now, this movie is worse than The Last Night. I'm not joking. It's surprising how much this movie sucks. People say it's mid. They're lying. Okay? It is not mid to me anyway. It's so boring. It's worse if your movie is boring and bad than it is fun and bad. The Last Night, even though it is a long movie, sure it can be boring in some parts, but at least it has some sort of fun to it sometimes, and unintentionally funny moments. But this movie is soulless and unfunny, and it's just so cliche.
You're
To
talking
where-
about Rise of the Beasts, aren't you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All I heard was soulless.
Yeah.
That's all I need to know.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you talk about it a little bit? I kind of started, but I'd like you to.
Any point you made, I was just gonna say myself. This movie ain't that great.
Mm-mm.
It's
Nah.
really not.
Yeah.
And it kind of feels like it ruins the legacy of Beast Wars itself.
Is that solely a Transformers Prime story arc, or is that?
No, that Beast Wars was its own TV show back in the late 90s.
Okay.
I can't really find nothing negative about this movie. Not because it's good, but because it's what it's already been said, right?
Yeah.
It's
No-
trash.
It's trash. Okay. How about we talk about Mirage? I hate
Most
him.
annoying character in the entire movie.
He is annoying. He's played by Pete Davidson. That's not my biggest issue. My biggest issue is that he's just
That
not
kind of is
funny.
my biggest issue because like he plays annoying characters to a T, and I don't like it.
Yeah. He's just trying to be quirky and cool, but it's
And
just
he just comes off as cringy and dorky.
yes. So
And
much.
he's not even funny.
No.
They really wasted a Porsche on this guy, and he's not even that. Also, how can he transform into everything?
Yeah, it's like if it's established in the other ones, and especially in Bumblebee, which is connected to this movie, unfortunately. But
Some-
but if you scan it, then you take on that. If you
take
scan
on
it,
that form.
if you scan another car, but it's just like spontaneous. For
No, it's not even that. It's like once you scan a car or any other vehicle, you become that vehicle, and that's your vehicle from like the remainder of the film or the remainder of the continuity, unless you're like a triple changer, like Drift from Transformers 4, because he's a Bugatti and a helicopter and a robot. That's possible. I'm cool with that. This man, Mirage, can turn into a Porsche, a Lambo, a F1 race car, a garbage truck, and a literal mech suit for the main character Noah. How do you do that?
yeah,
Why? You're like, if that's the case, then everybody can do that.
Mm-hmm.
And yet they somehow don't.
Yeah. Speaking of Noah, he's there.
I kind of like the motivation he has. He just want to protect his brother. I get that. Cool big brother moments. But like outside of that, he do feel like a blank slate. Although I don't hate him. I don't dislike him.
I don't hate him, but he's just there. And yeah, the mech thing was
Same
just
with
like
Elena. I didn't hate her too, but she was just there.
she made a lot of noises when she got attacked by Transformers.
I don't understand why she did that, but she did.
She's just like like that all the time. And it's like, stop it. Please stop it.
Yeah.
Please. By the way, we did mention this. It's like it's a ripoff of Dark of the Moon and the last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about it. You got these characters, Noah and Elena. Noah is like Cade Yeager, in which case he's an inventor. He does stuff with electronics, and then he winds up helping the Autobots fight off the main bad guy with Transformers technology. I guess in this case, the Mirage suit. You have Elena, who is a museum worker who also works with artifacts and dealt with ancient stuff, kind of like the other woman did in the last night. And of course, she's the key to everything type feel to it as well.
Mhm.
And then you have the whole plot itself. So the Maximals and Autobots have to stop this robot called Scourge from getting the transwarp key, a key that will send Unicron to Earth or to anywhere he so wishes, and in doing so, he can devour any planet he feels like going to, including Earth. The whole plot is just them getting one half of the key. Psych, stupid, you need the other half. They get the other half. They make a portal. Unicron comes through portal. They must stop portal. In Dark of the Moon, something similar to that happens. Sentinel Prime made the pillars, which combined all together can create the space bridge. He himself has the control pillar and the other 5, and the second part of the transwarp key could consider the rest of the pillars. Once doing so, they combine their strengths together and form a space bridge to bring Cybertron to planet Earth. Now the Autobots have to destroy the portal. They literally took two story beats and character tropes from the other Bayverse films, and they just slapped it with Beast Wars,
Mhm.
and it's just like, huh?
Yeah.
So bad enough y'all not funny, but y'all also unoriginal and uncreative.
And I do like Scourge. I like that you mentioned this like
Scourge was cool, and he had like all like the plates of like Decepticon, Autobot, Maximal, everything. He like tattoos like badges of honor on his body. That was cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Though he kind of feels like a ripoff of Lockdown.
The GOAT Lockdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, if we're talking about the other or we're talking about the Autobots, Optimus Prime is just a grump in this movie.
He's a grump and everybody craps on him for it.
They do. The unnecessary crapping of this man.
Only one person gives him respect, and it's Elena.
Yeah. But it's like very short. Every other time it's just like, I'm not taking orders from you. And I will say about the device that's given to Cade being this like the equivalent for the equivalent for Noah would be the glove thing.
Yeah.
With the bad CGI.
Yeah.
It looks like just like paint. And it's nothing substantive.
You know when you do an edit in a YouTube video and you have a PNG in it and you make the PNG move and it's so finicky and weird looking? Yeah. That's how the glove moved on his hand when it was transforming.
Yeah. True. Bumblebee gets killed near the beginning of this movie. And
they also rip off of Revenge of the Fallen doing that.
They do
kill off main Autobot character that everybody loves, let them sit out the rest of the movie, come back at the end of the movie, kick ass, take names, and that be the end of the movie.
Get revived by Energon.
Get revived by some sort of Energon source, yeah.
Yeah. Dude.
And then somehow Bumblebee comes back with an upgraded look. I don't get how, but he just does.
Yeah. Cool intro, though, for him when he comes back. He's got the Shiesty and everything. That's good.
Shiesty, freaking LL Cool J in the background. That was great.
Yeah, that was cool. I think you should have done the remix version of that song. I think it would have been cool. But yeah. Other than that, RC's there. She's there. She's
They got Q over here, aka Wheeljack, the freaking Volkswagen van.
yeah. The one with the glasses. Why does he have glasses? And the Maximals themselves, unfortunately, don't do much either. I mean, the one that really gets the most development is Primal,
Yeah.
and the
It's
others
like-
are
They literally coined the whole movie based off of them, Rise of the Beasts, and the Beasts barely show up.
yep.
You know, it took like they had a whole intro sequence with the Beast Wars, with the Maximals and Scourge. Then it took like a good almost an hour for anyone else to show up.
Yes.
I swear I made the joke about this, but I'm serious. It felt like we was watching a bootleg Temu version of Pursuit of Happiness with Noah before the Transformers even showed up.
I forgot it was Transformers. I thought I was watching. Like,
It also didn't help, like, when Elena cracked the code and saw what was in that bust of the eagle, Elden Ring appeared.
yeah.
Friggin' Elden Ring appeared, man. Like, what the heck?
Mm-hmm. I forgot to mention about Mirage. He kills 2 police officers, by the way.
Yeah, but God forbid we kill humans.
Yeah. Protect the humans. Kills 2 police officers. And yeah. Who are doing their job. And they die. So good job, Mirage. I hate you even more. I mean, there are some good moments where Optimus locks in, but it's very few scenes.
He
of
locked
that.
in at the very end, became Bay vs. Prime one last time, and that was it. But even that, alongside the other fights and other robotic stuff going on, it felt very underwhelming.
Yes,
For a Transformers movie, the action felt extremely underwhelming in this one.
it did. There was one cool visual, and it was when it was the Avengers Endgame look where they
Yeah,
are on the
Avengers-
battlefield.
They literally pulled the Endgame moment.
Yeah, it's so many things yet nothing at the same time. Like,
when the Autobots were fighting the Terracons at the museum. That was the most quote-unquote eventful fight they had, and it felt boring.
yes. And by the way, when Bumblebee was getting killed, Optimus just stood there and did
He
nothing.
stood there and let it happen.
It was like, why are you doing that, man? What's going on?
Oh my God. This
can't.
is definitely the Transformers film of times.
This is
Not even of all times, just of times.
this might be the Justice League of,
This is the
of
if this
the
is
Transformers.
the Justice League, what's the Snyder Cut?
Any other Bay film, I guess. Like I pick
To
one.
be fair, they kind of do feel like Snyder Cut level.
Yeah, I want to see the whatever cut. Whoever directed Rise of the Beast. I want that cut. Probably actually.
I do want to see a better version of this movie
Yeah,
because
you
it doesn't
could've-
do Beast Wars right. It just
No.
doesn't do the Maximals or Terracons right at all.
No.
I'm thinking when I first heard of the Transformers movie called Rise of the Beasts, I knew it was going to be Beast Wars, but I thought it was strictly going to be Beast Wars. I did not think Autobots were going to show up either.
Yeah. I want to say
Like faithful to the show.
nah. Yeah. I'll probably give this movie like it's probably 1 out of 10. Like, it's not good.
I swear, I'll probably give this a 6. I mean, it ain't entirely bad. Because again, The Last Night and to an extent Revenge of the Fallen exist. But this does make those films look good, surprisingly.
It does.
Especially Last Night. How you
Yeah.
gonna rip off a movie that was already bad and somehow make it worse? But
Exactly. with a movie that changes aspect ratios hella a lot, like every shot is a different aspect ratio.
Yeah,
That makes me not mind. Like this movie makes me not mind that. That's crazy. And that's
they
the
got that
sort-
Nolan treatment going on.
They do. They do get the Nolan treatment. He tried to be Nolan in that.
He tried to be